All right, welcome back. Yet another slow day. Apologize. Had a buddy come over and dropping off some stuff, and we just got to bullshitting, and 3 hours went by. But I did manage to get this done. So I had to go back and I decided to ditch the stock little arms here. So I cut those off, sanded them down. I'm gonna paint this whole thing black anyways. It's carbon with the wood here on both sides. And put the traditional, what comes with the actual actuator is this little guy right here. Yeah, and this is a 30 millimeter stroke with a 210, and you guys can see, I did have to put, like I said before, on this side of the mount, the canopy mount, I had to put like a millimeter. I put one of these little guys here. It's about a little over a millimeter thick, a little spacer on this side of it to kind of push it to the, would be, yeah, to the right, your left. So it needed to come this way. Plus the back side of this needed to come up. So I had to put the put the spacer on the bottom right side, so it kind of pushes it up and tilts it a little bit. So, but here's the ultimate, the final result, and it lined up perfect. So we're just gonna put it all the way down. And look at that, perfectly centered. Not really, there's a little bit of gap there. There's a little bit of gap in the front, but I mean, that's just the layup. So ain't much you can do there. Nice and centered. It actually went on easier than the first one. That 210 actuator is pretty scaled. This is at 6.6 volts. So it'll be a little bit slower because it'll be, I could probably put 7 volts on it and be a little faster, but there you go. Perfect. And that's full stroke down and full stroke up. So perfect. And the next little piece will be the lock. So the lock will be here, the needle will come out and it will go into that. Oops, sorry. The needle, the little rod or needle, whatever you want to call it, will come out here and go into that there. Versus it coming out of here, going into here. That's the only difference. Plus, it looks nicer. You don't have some ugly thing glued in here and air lines ran back to another air sequencer that you don't need. But yeah, so canopy is done minus the lock. A little bit thicker than probably what scale is, but you could paint this black if you wanted to. It's good enough. I'd rather have the linear actuator versus, an air piston anyways. I think Electron might have these as well, that are round, more of a round style, maybe not as thick. That might look a little bit better, but I think it looks fine, It probably doesn't, I don't know how far the real one goes up, but I don't think it goes up that far. But that's a pretty good open. Yeah, that's probably about scale. Yeah, you couldn't, the only way to get anything else, to get more throw, would be to, make it mount down here somewhere and use a longer throw, but you can only go, maybe just a couple more millimeters before the bracket hits. So that's about as far as it's going to go anyway. You might get another 5 millimeters out of it, but that looks good. I think it looks good. It looks scale. Bam. And oh, by the way, it's just for looks. So, all right. So that is that. I'm probably going to go to dinner here pretty soon, but I got a little bit more time before we do that to start working on this. I'm gonna take the nose back off and yeah, get this going. So you guys take it easy. I'll see you a little bit later.